Hello everyone, welcome to our science lab. This lab is used to run chemistry 1 and 2, biology for pre-health, chemistry and biology for academic upgrade, and physics for technology stream students. Additionally, cell biology and biochemistry labs are conducted here for Guelph Humber. Upon entry of the lab, place your backpacks and other personal belongings in the storage compartments located on your left. You must always be prepared with your lab coat and safety glasses on prior to entering this workspace. Then you may pull out a stool and sit with your preferred partners. It is now mandatory for students to stand while performing their experiments. Stools are only to be used at the start and end of the lab during calculations. Stools must be tucked in during experiments as it poses a tripping hazard. Remember, stools must always be tucked in at the end of the lab period. Locations of important equipment. In the corner closest to the door is our spill kits for acid and alkali spills. In this area is also located a waste bin, a safety shower, an eye wash station, a fire extinguisher, and an emergency gas shut-off valve. Along the wall in front of the door is the spill kit and fume hood. Reactions are often conducted in the fume hood. Additionally, it is the storage location of the chemical disposal containers. Instructions on how to dispose chemicals will occur on a daily basis. Corrosive chemicals are stored below the fume hood. Other equipment along this wall include a water bath, an open water bath, a storage place for distilled water bottles, another water bath, and lastly, a wash station. The wash station is where students will wash and clean certain lab equipment after an experiment. There are a total of 3 wash stations inside this lab. This is the instructor's workstation. Over here we see the safety datasheet binder, which contains all the chemicals used in the lab. This binder can now be accessed online via the lab manual through username and password entry. It will be very beneficial for you to review this binder. On the back wall of the lab is the broken glassware container, the biohazards container, and the orange color mini vac used for cleaning up spills on balances or workbenches. On the opposite end of the lab, we have an exit-only door, a no food or drink notice, a lockdown procedure display, and another fire extinguisher. Finally, along the wall furthest from the front entrance are 2 water baths and 2 air ovens. This completes the wet lab space. Note that the door on the opposite end of the lab is the lab technician's workspace, and that students are not allowed into this area. Now for the tour of the dry lab. The dry lab has 2 interconnecting entrances from the wet lab. The space of the balance lab is used for academic upgrade labs, chemistry and biology for pre-health labs, physics labs, and Guelph Humber's cell biology and biochemistry labs. Located in the dry lab are several analytical balances and spectrophotometers. On the back top shelves, we store a variety of physics equipment, including hydrogen fuel cells, bomb calorimeters, and much more. Finally, we have a fire extinguisher near an exit-only door for the dry lab, and an electric panel which is not to be touched. Please remember to tuck in stools in the dry lab as well. And this concludes our science lab tour. Have a pleasant day.